Hi everybody, Dinho here. So a lot of people asked me to do a video on how to film with a fisheye in SkaterXL. So I decided to do a video about it. Let's get into it. So first off, you will need Unity Mod Manager and the Shred menu installed inside it. It's here. So I will leave links to everything in the description below. Then you can download the latest version of Babbo Settings, and to install it you just drag it here inside drop zip files, and that's it. So now into the game, when you launch it, you'll see that Babbo Settings is enabled here, so we're good to go. So here we are at the Pactal squares. I'm just gonna do a quick line and then I'll show you how Babbo works. Alright, that one will do. Full screen mode, I like exclusive or full. And as for the anti-aliasing, for me TAA I like the most, because although it blurs the image a bit, I think it looks nicer. So you can see here my settings, you can copy them if you want, or you can choose another setting like SMAA or something. Now you can click save and go on to the presets tab. Here you can see I have my preset enabled, but you can just create a new one by clicking here and choose whatever name you want. Then you can enable it and click on edit. So I'm gonna hide everything here, then I'll show you what I chose and why. So as you can see, I disabled everything here. The two most important things are lens distortion and the FOV. So as for the FOV, you can see I have a pretty high amount. You have to consider that the higher the amount, the more quality you will lose on the overall image. So I'd say you could set your FOV in between 120 and 170 and it should look fine. So now for lens distortion, I think this is like the most important thing. If you mess up with this, your skater could look like a dwarf, or I don't know. I keep changing the values of lens distortion, but I'll show you how it works. So if I click it, you can see now the image is way better. Just keep in mind that when I edit my videos, I always crop the footage to 4:3 aspect ratio. So if you do 16:9, you should have your own settings. I don't want to mess with the sliders right now because I took an awful long time to set them. So if you want to copy them, that's fine. That's what the video is for. Just remember that if you want to use a lower FOV, for example, to save some quality on the image, you will have also to change the intensity of the lens distortion and the scale and everything. Now I'm gonna check all the boxes I use for my settings, and you can just pause the video if you wanna see the exact settings. Now that you're done, just press save and make sure it's checked here. You can press backspace to close it, and let's get into the actual filming of the clip. Obviously you want to use free move by pressing Y. I like to roam around, like to see what my line looks like, what are the better angles to use before actually filming the clip. So now there is this feature to trim the clips, so that's what I did here. You can see the commands on the bottom right hand corner. It makes it way easier to navigate into the timeline, so your keyframes are not like so close to each other. And I'm just gonna set the starting point on the ground here by pressing X. Just remember to press select to disable keyframes when you are setting them. Otherwise you won't be able to do it. I'm just gonna go forward into the clip. The thing is, if you are about realistic filming, you want the camera to have a natural movement, so don't put too many keyframes at first into your clip. You can still readjust it later. So I'm gonna just put a keyframe right here, and I'm gonna press select and watch how the camera does. Right now I'm just gonna come back to this later. I'm just gonna press select again and move my camera. I'm gonna choose an angle which seems okay. I'm gonna tilt a bit the camera. You can do this by pressing RB and moving the right joystick on the left or on the right. I'm gonna put a mark here. So I'm just gonna continue to place keyframes for the landing here, and I know I want my camera to kind of do this movement to finish right here. So keyframe here. And the keyframe there. And now I want my camera to kind of stop and pause at the end. So I'm gonna choose an angle, put different markers in there. Okay, now I'll rewatch the old clip and see what I can improve inside here. The end is okay though. So here we can see we missed the first trick, so I'm just gonna press select and put a marker at the good spot. The camera has to be there. So again, every time I'm gonna just press select, move my camera and place a marker. This is too far. I don't think I need to add much more keyframes. It could still be more precise, but that's up to you. So let's rewatch the old clip. I personally record my clips with GeForce Experience Shadow Play, but you can use whatever software you want, like OBS or I don't know. Now, one thing that's really great on the new Babbo Settings is that light on camera mode, so you can enable it, but right off the bat it won't show, so you have to tweak the sliders. Here you can see my settings. So what it does, it emulates a light on the camera. Once you're done with the settings, just press save. You can save and close. So I think that's it. Hope this video was useful so you guys can film clips too. Now all you have to do is choose a sick bit and make a video.